G'day everyone, Clok-Roo reporting. With the video game world, there exist games and then there exist franchises. While our hearts gravitate towards specific games, it is the franchises where our minds are the most set, as it tells people what kind of a gamer we truly are. If you are a Mario, Sonic, Zelda, Kirby, Spyro, and several more types of a fan, it shows. And no surprise, but you guys haven't even seen a half of the gamer I am. I am so many more hats than what you've seen already. So, here I will be giving you the ever so original list of my top 7 favorite video game franchises. I should point out a few things in advance first. These are my personal favorites, not necessarily the best of the best. So, if you reckon there is a better franchise than X, Y, and Z, or if I like a franchise that you don't, please remember that. For a franchise to count, there has to be more than 3 games in the series, otherwise it is too small to be considered eligible. There isn't really anything else that needs to be said, so let's quit lollygagging and let my world of gaming open up to you people.
I just don't know how to talk to her is all.
Don't worry, pal. You're about to be enrolled in the Sonic School of Impressing the Ladies.
That's a good school. It's where I studied air conditioning and refrigerator repair.
Will you go insane if you have to endure one more awkward children's cartoon? Is your cartridge of Super Mario Bros. All worn out from overuse? Then perhaps it is time for something a little more dangerous. Time for some real action. It's time to blow up! That's right! It's Ratchet and Clank! The galaxy's #1 source of complete and utter destruction! Blasting straight at you from deep within the bowels of the minds of Insomniac Games! These madmen have created some of the most grueling and vicious challenges that not even the bravest of Lombaxes could possibly survive! But Ratchet is no ordinary Lombax, and Clank is no ordinary robot! These two are a wise-cracking super team! They can jump and fight their way through any situation, outsolve any puzzle no matter how difficult, and still find time to make a terrible joke!
Oh man, look at me. Well, look on the bright side. At least you will not shed all over the apartment anymore.
Very funny.
And now, only on pay-per-view, watch as Ratchet and Clank take on the universe's most violent and deadly creatures, and continue to watch as they challenge the most heinous characters this side of the Solana, Bogon, and Polaris galaxies. From the corrupt hero Copernicus Quark, to Blurg leader Chairman Drek, to the diabolical Prog twins, to robotic evil scientist extraordinaire Dr. Nefarious, we have them all lined up and ready for battle! But fear not, because Ratchet and Clank are armed already with every possible type of weapon you could find in a disowned Gadgetron warehouse! And then even more on top of that from Megacorp and GrumbleNet! From Combustors, to Pyrocitors, to Nitro Launches, to Moth Arrays, to Devastators, to Bouncers, to the almighty super weapon, the Rhino! You don't want to mess with this Lombax, or he will rip ya a new one! And now, you too can live the Ratchet and Clank experience! Tune into our next live viewing of Ratchet's greatest adventure, and you can be in the running to win the hologame base of Ratchet's famous first adventure! Explore all sorts of planets, from Velden, to Kerwan, to Batalia, to Rilgar, to Quatu! Gather all the weapons you can find, and blow up anything that moves! And just for good measure, anything that doesn't move! Yes, you too can protect the entire Solana galaxy from Chairman Drek, just as Ratchet did in its entirely true story based on Ratchet's grand first adventure! But that's not all. Be one of the first 50 callers, and you will also win the Jumbo Pack containing the Ratchet Holofilm, the Ratchet comic book, the Ratchet figurine, the Ratchet t-shirt, and the limited edition full-size Ratchet and Clank poster! Catch it all live, right here, on Box. But seriously, why is the series so low on the list? Well, the answer is actually pretty simple. While I do love the franchise for the carnage, the worlds, the gameplay, the comedy, and the everything else in between, honestly, I'm not as interested in the franchise now as I was earlier on. I still love the series and continue to support and follow it, but I'm just not invested in the franchise post-PlayStation 2 era. And for the love of all that's good, don't get me started on All for Nothing! That is one of my least favorite video games of all time!
For the love of blood, cut out the
a sappy melodrama before you lose my entire audience.
I absolutely love racing games. Absolutely love them. Muscle car races and simulators in particular make up the majority of my favorite video games of all time, and one franchise that plays a big part of that is Need for Speed. I started to fall in love with the series around the mid-2000s with Need for Speed Underground and Need for Speed Most Wanted. However, it wouldn't be until several years later that my love for the series would reach this limit. Even though I lost my copy of Most Wanted, I kept on replaying Underground over and over and over, and I wouldn't be surprised if it's the most replayed game I own. The port disc is all but knackered and keeps bugging out. In the more recent years, however, my love has only been striking with titles such as Need for Speed Most Wanted ACG and Need for Speed Rivals. And why is that exactly? Because all the games in the series that I have played share the same quality within them, a complete disregard for safety and for being high-tech and high-speed adrenaline pumping fun. The series is literally Need for Speed. It just gives you a vehicle, a city, an open road, and asks you to hoot around like a maniac with a steel reinforced brake on the accelerator and no brake pedal. The series might have the most expansive lineup of vehicles across the entire franchise compared to what a single and more conventional simulator gives like Forza, but what makes up for this is how much fun each and every one of these machines is to drive. They've gone for the enjoyable vehicles as opposed to the conventional lot you see in day-to-day life. Stuff like the Mazda RX-7, Ford Mustang, Chevrolet Corvette, Golf GTI, Mitsubishi Lancer, Evo, Subaru, Impreza, WRX, Bugatti, Zoltan, Bugatti, Veyron, Lamborghini Gallardo, and many more to name a few. The open field that each game is stuff, and I've always admired about the series as well, although I still love Underground 2 bits with its 10-second layout in a city you can all explore. Still one of my favorite games in the franchise. But the freedom to drive around an open city at your own leisure and pleasure is more enjoyable than anything else the games have to offer, except for two things, the racing and the cars. Races are broken in different divisions that vary from game to game, but typically you have your circuit and sprint races. On top of that, there is a plethora of other events like drift, drag, speed trap, outrun, street cross, time trial dashes, and many more, depending on the game. But if you want to get the adrenaline pumping, just get the heat on ya. Certain games in the series also feature cop chases where you can get yourself into trouble with the law and then do your very best to make yourself scared. It's not your conventional cop chases either. You can even mow down the cops yourself and wreck them to shreds, or even plow through something and deal with them in one way or another. But as you can probably guess, you don't want to get busted. That sucks. What doesn't suck is when you manage to successfully evade the police after a long and torturous pursuit. It feels so damn satisfying, and I love it! But probably the best thing about this series is that there aren't that many a game that I don't like or ultimately think suck, with the glaring exception of Need for Speed shit. But even with that minor hiccup, I absolutely love this franchise! Still waiting on the Underground 3 though, EA. Maybe an Underground HD? Anyone? Right, better move on before a mission to plagiarism lawsuit from Cadicarus and Quick J Horsethroat.
Q.
Oh, yep, there it is, I can feel it coming.
You want to be the best? You gotta take these boys down. If you lose, you're gone. Got it? Good. Now move it.
Right, time to quit horsing around. Literally. My voice is starting to get dodgy. Sly Cooper! Oh, now we're getting serious. I should openly admit from the get-go that I came into the franchise very late. As in just a year before Sly 4 was let loose on the world. Very convenient timing on my part there. But even so, I fell in love with this franchise overnight. It is so damn good. But I'd be undermining why I love this series if I didn't even so much as binge upon the story and characters. The main four characters from each and every game, Sly Cooper, Bentley, Maury, and Carmelita, all have great interactions and chemistry between one another, and it is just joyous to behold. Or in the case of Sly and Carmelita, more or less flirty and sometimes funny.
Now see, a girl whose best friend's a firearm's got issues. A little dinner, a little dancing. I think I can help you out.
Sounds romantic. As long as you don't mind dining in jail.
Nah, I hear the service is lousy.
Smooth. The characters all have jarringly different and yet always likable personalities, but they just bounce off of one another so well that it always feels coherent, seamless, and natural. It's just brilliant! But aside from the main cast, just about every level in every game features a brand new villain character with their own subplot centered around the level. For the most part, these villains are supremely well done, and sometimes the best done characters in the games. Just saying. And they feel like serious villains. And I'd be ignorant to ignore the villain of the franchise, Clok-Roo. Do I need to say anything else? Hey, where do you think the clock of my name comes from? I freaking love this, Robo-Owl guy thing. Whatever. You may have noticed that I said subplots before, and that's because there is an overarching main plot behind the games, giving each level and mission a purpose to fulfill. From Band of Thieves' plot to recover the Clockwork parts, to Thieves in Time where the game prevents Cooper history from being erased. And each and every time, these plots are just incredible! Well, except maybe Honor Among Thieves. That was kinda boring, that one. But when these stories are done right, you are so invested in them and you want to keep playing to see what happens next. Oh, and I have to mention the game's presentations. It's just beautiful! Just look at these games for a few seconds and tell me they look anything but! Appropriately so, it gives off a sense of being a 3D animated comic book or graphic novel, depending on how you see it, and the series have a story to match. It's such a harmonious unison and it's wondrous! And the gameplay. Oh, I can't go on like this. Give me just a second. Ah, that's better. Anyway, the gameplay. It's brilliant! I won't spend too long on it, but I will say this. The core gameplay for each game is so enjoyable and diverse, yet never strays away from being what it has always been. It's a stealth platformer where being sneaky and, shall we say, ninja-y is crucial to staying alive and completing your adventure. Add in the gameplay styles of Bentley, Murray, and many more, and you can expect this series to be a blast! And in my opinion, Thieves in Time nailed it! There's a good reason why it's my current third favorite video game of all time.
On this mission, I would either become a master thief like my ancestors before me, or fail and allow my family name to bite the dust.
You know, we need some Nintendo on this channel. I should do something about that. Yes! Pokemon! Without any question or shadow of a doubt, my absolute favorite Nintendo franchise, as well as the only one that I can think of that breaks into my top 10, let alone my top 5. I guess that second part was kinda obvious though. For most fans, Pokemon is about the catching, training, and battling of your pocket monster friends. I wish I could say the same, but that'd be undermining why I really love the series. For me, Pokemon is more than just the battle side of the story. On the flip side, there is the absolute love I have for these little guys. And also the not so little guys. Yikes! When you look at my list of favorite Pokemon, for example, one thing that the vast majority of them have is that they have a story behind them. I don't pick Pokemon based on how good they are, with a few exceptions, but more for how they make me feel. Give me a team consisting of Lucario, Zoroark, Gardevoir, Gallade, and Cypher, and you'll see what I mean. And that's how I like to play the games too. I don't play for the desire of wanting to be the best, I play to have fun with my Pokemon. And there is no shortage of fun here. Even though the series has come in leaps and bounds since Pokemon Red, Blue, Green, Yellow's basic and arcane roots, you can definitely see that it has not shied away from what it has been all about. The Pokemon and the battles. Catching wild Pokemon to fill up your Pokedex, training new Pokemon to be a part of your team, battling with other trainers to become region champion. The gist of the series has never been lost, even when it started to become something a bit more. As the series progressed, it started to take a turn for better emphasis on the story. While this was apparent with Ruby Sapphire Emerald of Generation 3 and Diamond Pearl Platinum of Generation 4, it was really Generation 5 with Black, White and their sequels that it took hold. Long were the days of Team Rocket, now are the days of Team Plasma and Team Skull. You can't beat that! But there is one thing about the series that I haven't touched on yet that I must. The spin-offs! I love Pokemon spin-offs! Some of them I even prefer over the main series. In particular, Pokepark 2 Wonders Beyond. My favorite game in the franchise, bar none. I love this game so much! It's no RPG, but damn it, I love me some platformers! Did my first list not teach you anything about me? This is the thing about Pokemon that I love. It appeals to everyone of every age. You can be 8 or even 108, exaggerated joke for the sake of it, and you can find fun in this franchise, because there is something in this series for everyone. Want something lighthearted and easy to play? Pokepark's for you. Want something with more of an emphasis on the story and characters? Give the Mystery Dungeon series a whirl. Want to try something a little bit more technical? The main series is perfect. Just want to play pinball? Hey, Pokemon can do that too. And if you just want to kick the ever-loving daylights out of Pokemon, Poké Tournament does that. See? There's nothing this franchise can't do. Except extend the time I have in these videos. Something tells me this is going to be a regular fixture until further notice. Okay, we'll call it here for now. But don't despair, because I'll return soon with my top 3 favorite franchises. Be patient, and I will see you all then.